I forgot to delete the pinned comment in Facebook. Oh well. I'll just do that now. That's gonna show up on stream, but it doesn't matter. Alright. Hello, everybody! We're playing the Stanley Parable. Ultra Deluxe Edition. This is the remastered version of the Stanley Parable. If you don't know what the Stanley Parable is, it is a meta joke. I think that's the best way to explain it. It's a meta joke. The game encourages exploration, but tries to prevent you from it's just one big meta joke. It's such a good game, the original, that I was pretty hyped when this one was dropping last week. It came out on the 27th last week. I was originally gonna stream it yesterday, but allergy issues and stuff. I was sneezing non-stop yesterday. But we're all good now today. Let's jump into it. I am so excited for this game. Oh my god, it's been a while since we played the Stanley Parable.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yes, it's the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Yes, employee number 427.
Employee number 427's job was
quite simple, really. He just presses buttons.
In room 427, and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Yes, just keep pushing buttons.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Just keep pressing buttons.
Others might have considered it soul-rending. Stanley
365 days a year, 24/7.
Orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Or was he?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
So there's a lot of different endings to the Stanley Parable. I know this game would probably be best suited for like my Random Fuckery Friday series, but you know, Random Fuckery Friday is really just great for games that are just, you know, 1 hour and you're good. This one has since there's a lot of endings to the Stanley Parable, I kind of want to tackle all the endings in like one stream instead of multiple streams.
But as he came to his wits and regained his
that's why I originally wanted to stream it yesterday, because more time yesterday, but, yeah. Anyway, if I recall...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, the jump button doesn't work anymore. Oh, achievement unlocked. You can't jump. The jump button doesn't work anymore. Ooh, wait, if I recall correctly, there was an achievement for clicking this.
Oh, please. Are you really
just
doing this for the achievement?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for
give me that achievement.
Effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times.
Done.
I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Done. Consider it done.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing.
This is going to be the second time I've ever get this achievement.
Perhaps 50 clicks.
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely, you got it.
Certainly, 50 clicks.
Actually, don't I have an auto clicker in it? Wait, hang on, is this still macroed? Oh, it is.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
All right.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417, you got it. Where's 417? 437, 4... I see 427, 4... Where's door number 417? 417? 417, that's 420. Just click it.
Great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
You got it. 437. Where's 437? I'm doing this for an achievement. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I walked past it. Oh, nope, there it is.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere.
Yes,
now,
we
door
are.
415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. 10 clicks. No problem. This 415. This 16. Oh, there it is.
Now, back to door number 437.
437. You got it. This achievement seems a lot longer than the original.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Where is the copy machine? Where's the copy machine? I have no idea where the copy machine. Oh, there it is.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
All right.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419's desk, no problem. I get that. There's no jump button.
Yes!
There we go.
This is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I love
Yes.
that. All right,
Yes, we
let's
are.
Keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416 it is. Click it on 416.
We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Copy machine, you got it. You got it, narrator. I got you.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430.
A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and here's number 5. Achievement unlocked.
Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold
Worth
you
it.
back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks.
It was worth
Really
it.
now, what were you thinking?
Worth it. All right. Anyway, we can't jump, which is a little bit of a shame. It looks like the jump button's been disabled in the remastered, which is a bit of a shame because I remember there was like an ending if you were to climb out these windows or something. So I'm guessing they don't have that unless maybe we haven't unlocked it yet. Maybe I just have to unlock that ending. All right, well, let's keep moving. What do we got here?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nah, I'm going right. I'm going right. Screw you, narrator.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ah, yes.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I don't remember there was an achievement in this room.
Yes, really, really worth it being here.
It is worth it.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
It's worth it.
Really worth it.
It's worth it, narrator. It is totally worth it.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I just realized that the clock is on the system time right now.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue.
Yeah.
When a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Not big enough a message. Send me more dialogue. I'm just gonna tap on everything until something happens. I want more dialogue. No? Us? Come on, narrator. I know you got more than that. Come on. No? Alright.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Nah.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Indeed. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Stop lying, guys. Stop lying. Alright, warning. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Okay, there's, I recall from the original game, there's at least 3 different endings, or 3 different paths that we could take right here, right now. We could jump off. That's one ending. Another ending, we take the lift across that. And the third one, we jump off the lift and go that way. If I recall right. Well, I'm here for all the endings anyway, right? So, let's go for ending number 1.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Ooh,
Good
poor
job,
Stanley.
Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
And now we're back to the beginning. There is another ending if we just stay in the room. We'll deal with that ending later.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Indeed.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I kind of want to
matter
jump.
How hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Still can't jump. Alright. Let's head this way.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And I go to the door on my right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, admire the employee lounge
Wow.
once again.
Yes, this room. What a beautiful room.
Very
What a
gorgeous room indeed. Yep.
Gorgeous room.
Amazing
Thank
room.
goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Indeed. Alright, well, we know what's happening here. Wonder if I could...
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers
Who
have
cares about the
mysteriously
co-workers,
vanished,
man?
here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
And I
But
like...
eager to get
damn
back to
it.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, we're gonna go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's
Indeed.
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Indeed. What are directions anyway? Directions are for the weak. Alright. So, let's see. Which way do we want to go? Let's decide on that first. We could go straight. We could jump off onto that catwalk right there. Oh man, the choices, man, the choices. All right. I don't have a coin near me. Otherwise, I'd flip a coin. All right, you know what? Let's go straight. Let's take it straight for now.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Sure it
Someone
has.
You've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Screw you.
What? Really?
Yes.
In the middle of something, do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yep.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Why?
Give me a chance.
Why? Why should I give you a chance, narrator? Why? Danger everywhere. Alright.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No. Stanley is gonna walk through the blue door, yo.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, Stanley walked through the blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, I go through the blue
Go
door.
ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes,
Was it worth ruining the entire story I'd written?
it totally was.
Specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Yep, it looks
Help me
great.
here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
All right, go ahead,
There we
narrator.
go. A third.
Oh, a third
This
option.
already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Why do I want to? No. You know what? I'm going through the middle door. Screw you.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Nah.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1?
Yes, a
Not even
one.
helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Oh.
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
All right, let's take a look then. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. What? In total. So where am I? All the way at the bottom? I am all the way at the bottom. Okay. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. I don't want to go through the correct door. I'm going to keep going through the middle.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I've never really been the competitive type, so...
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on.
Oh, really?
Now
What
would be
game?
A lovely opportunity to give it some
I'd
playtesting.
love to play test
You
it.
wouldn't mind taking a look
Absolutely.
at it, would you?
Absolutely. Let's take a look, narrator.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the
Oh.
desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
There's
But of
an
course,
achievement
the
for
message
doing
of
this
the
for
game
8 hours, but we're
becomes
not going to
clear.
do that.
We've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you take 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
4 hours.
Notes on your experience.
Hang on, I got an auto clicker. It's fine. We'll auto click our way through it. God, this is gonna be annoying. But yeah, there actually is an achievement for doing this for 8 hours, but we're not gonna do it. Let's just let it go. That's gonna be one ending I'm gonna have you guys check out on your own. Do it for 8 hours on your own time.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
A little bit of both.
I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done.
Oh, come on, narrator. Don't be like that.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely
Yeah,
valuable.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Yeah, sounds great.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating.
Well, that is
What do you
new.
think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
That is new.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
That is very new.
Yes, that must be it. What a
Yo,
fascinating
you know,
venture
the
into
original
experience
Stanley
of total
Parable, they
mental
actually took you to the
depravity.
Minecraft
So far,
recreation.
I love everything about
This-
this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Isn't this, crap, what game was it? It's like, it's off the top of my head. It was like one of those survival games. What was it? No, I don't think it was Long Dark. It was, God, I can't remember what it was called. I can't remember what it was called, but this, I definitely recognize it. I definitely recognize the game. I just can't remember what it was called. But like, yeah, I remember the original one had you go into like Minecraft or something. It looks like we're not doing that no more. They changed it up. What was it though? I legitimately cannot remember what game it was. Was it The Long Dark? No, I don't think it was called The Long Dark. I think that was a different game entirely.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
Yeah, what can't be?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Oh,
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
I see a crack.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's
No,
find another
I see a
game.
crack. Coming through the
Preferably
crack.
something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I can't get through. Don't you dare change the game on me, narrator.
Hey, I think this will be just the thing.
Ah. Firewatch, that's it. That's
This
the
is
game.
Exactly what I had in mind.
Oh
Just
God, now we're in
a
Rocket
box for
League.
you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Okay, well, we're in Rocket League now. There's no car. Where's the
So what
cars?
exactly do we do here? Let's see.
Come on, narrator, start adding
Here in the
stuff.
back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We
I
shall
think
run
you got the
bases
wrong
and do a
game.
touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
So they definitely, whoa, that's huge. They definitely changed it up a little bit from the original, because the original had you go into Minecraft and then Portal.
Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Can I get the cars?
I thought, and I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
I don't want another ball. I want the cars.
Yes. Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply
God,
have
I
to
suck
have
at
more.
this.
I'm insatiable.
I guess this is why I don't play Rocket
More
League, because I
balls.
suck. Holy crap, narrator. How many more balls do we need? I don't think we need this many. Alright. Let's try to get at least one goal. Come on,
Enjoy
in.
this, Stanley. Are you having fun? Is this a
Get in.
real video game? Well, I sure
Yay!
hope it's a good
Go.
time, because guess
Took
what?
long enough.
It's over.
No! No!
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries.
No! Let me
Without
free!
rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules.
That's okay, we'll make our own rules.
Enjoy it as much, but who knows? You're an inventive kid.
Ooh.
Hold on. What are you doing?
What is this?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Oh.
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it.
What is
You know
this?
that.
Filing cabinets? Oh, I think we've lost the narrator. Kinda dark in this room. This is like the pre-alpha version. Whoop, I just fell again. Where are we now? Looks like a... Okay, I'm just gonna wander around. What we got here? Alright, we'll go towards the light. Oh, hey, back to the office 427. We have a lot more buttons to press. I definitely don't remember it letting me go this far. Okay.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
No, we
Someone
don't.
who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna break it.
There's no other way.
Alright, well, we're at a road.
After it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
The end is never the end, though.
Wait.
So I think that was the video game's ending. Which is rather interesting. They changed it. They changed it from the original one. I've noticed that. They changed it from the original one. Because now it's no longer Minecraft and Portal. Now we got Firewatch and and Rocket League. That was highly unexpected. That was very much unexpected. Oh, hey, what's this? Awaiting input. I remember something like this. I definitely remember this. I just don't remember what it did in the past, in the original. It was definitely an ending that followed that. I just don't remember. Like, I think it was...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Looks like employee's 432 job is to just sharpen pencils.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Just gonna click on everything. I know. I recall there was an ending involving this. I just don't remember what were the steps for it. All right, we'll do the
When Stanley
we'll
came
take
to
the
a
lift
set of
all the way
two
through this
doors,
time.
He entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly.
We'll take the lift all the way this time.
Employee lounge first,
Just to follow that one.
The lounge was sublime,
Yep.
a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, Stanley's gonna keep going straight.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, let's just take this one all the way to...
Look, Stanley, I think
Take it all the way
perhaps
this
we've gotten
time.
on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the
Take it all the
story
way
has
this
been about
time.
nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
What, the narrator?
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
I'm gonna make
Not
every
asking
decision
me.
by myself.
I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh. I don't know if I want to go forward, though. Can I go through this door right here? Nope. Does not seem to be a door I could access. How about this one? Nope. Alright, I guess we gotta go this way. What do we got here? Whoa.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Nah. No. I'm not picking it up. You know, you can screw off. I'm not picking up that phone. Nope. Nope. Not my problem, narrator. I'm just gonna let it keep ringing. You know? Alright, can I unplug
As
it?
Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes. Yes, I
No,
did.
that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
Because...
Actually, chose incorrectly.
Because...
No, that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Nah, I
Music
unplugged the
comes
phone.
in,
It's fine.
Fade to white, roll credits.
Yeah,
Not
well,
picking
screw
up the
you.
phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible?
I made
None of
it
these
possible.
decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you...
We're breaking
Wait a
your
second.
game, narrator.
Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
Yeah, I don't really care about the severity of the situation.
I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent
Sure
a
he
machine
does.
that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic.
Screw
If you
logic.
find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Practice?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
8 choices
Do you
per
make
day.
More than 8? Less? And finally, If you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an
field
to
exercise
test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back.
Oh.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Let me see. Pretty sure I can break something here, I don't know. Oh. I just closed the door. Oh, and I opened it again. And closed it. I wonder what happens if I just stay in this room. I feel like I should just stay in this room, you know? Like, will it deteriorate even further if I just stay in this room? It's kind of boring to wait, isn't it? Alright, fine. Oh, there's safety borders around us now.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
And they disabled the jump button too.
Dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
It's such a shame that the jump button. Can I squeeze in here? No. It's a bit of a shame they disabled the jump button from this game. Okay, so the game's sending me all the way back to the beginning here. Manually.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
What if I don't want to take the door on the left?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Stanley goes right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Okay, back. You can do this yet? I'm not really in much of a hurry to get this continuing. Oh man, this Can I go backwards? No. I hope it's correct.
Oh, it's ruined.
Yes, it is.
After everything we talked about, my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
Yes.
What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Whoop. 。 Shut it down, yep. I think he's trying to reboot the game. It's not really working for him, though.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
It's
Did
fine.
you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story.
It looks like it could.
If
Can
you'd
I
just
squeeze
gone
this
through
way?
the door
Can't
on the
go
left,
this
you
way.
would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard
Spoilers.
to make is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm still gonna go right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always
Never!
putting the story first.
I
I'm quite sure
refuse!
you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he entered the door on his right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly.
And reboot.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be
Open the door.
up to the task. Just
Open the
follow my lead
door.
and you'll be fine. All right.
Open it.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
I'm still going right. I don't give a damn.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
And there's the reboot.
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
I wonder how
Means
long this
choosing
loop is gonna go
responsibly
on
and
for.
Always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
I'm
he
going
entered
right.
The door on his left.
Right.
No. Why
Seriously,
did you
how
do
long
that?
does this loop go
Quickly,
on for?
hurry back.
I need to know. How long does this loop go on for?
Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna keep going right. I need to see if something happens.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story
Does
first.
nothing happen?
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm going right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Come on, tell me something
Exactly as
happens.
Stanley would. That means choosing
Okay, I don't think anything is
responsibly,
happening.
always putting the story first.
Unless I
I'm
have
quite
to be
sure
as
you'll up to the
repetitive as
task.
possible.
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fine, we'll go left. We'll go left this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
We'll check the boss's office in a second. I just want to read everything. Things, money, things, graphs. Using what? Everyone is unique. You most of all. Sure. Synergize core value. Blah blah blah. Number of slides on this slide. Slides, charts, and slide. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please, no more charts, please. The boss appreciation minute. Circle the top 20 things you love the most about your boss, fill out in triplicate, and return to your boss appreciation specialist. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, remember that it takes two to start a fight, and right now you're both enough. What are your futures, dreams for the futures? Yeah. Shitless air. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no exception, a promotion or recognition, and don't get fired. How to solve a dispute with a co-worker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively. Resent on co-workers for not supporting you. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive environment. Alright. No! Let me in! Let me in the broom closet! I need descending! I remember descending from the original! It was the greatest ending of them all! Let me in! Fine, we'll come back for you. We'll come back for you.
To a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Can I walk downstairs? No. They're really not letting me have any choice right now.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability,
I have the most
he knew the
expensive boss.
passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work?
I don't think this game uses the micro. Like, I remember the original didn't have a microphone, and we basically, like, it was an ending here or something.
He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Test. Let me try. Let me see if the remaster uses the microphone.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver right there on the wall.
I'm kind of curious if it now uses the microphone now or not, because the original didn't use the microphone at this part.
Sorry, is there a problem?
Nightshark 115? Nope. Okay. It still doesn't work.
Receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Nightshark 115. Hey? Yep, nope. Definitely doesn't use the mic. Unless there's something in the settings that I missed. Because I recall the original doesn't use the microphone, so the narrator gets more and more pissed off and agitated. Let's see. Yeah, nope, no microphone setting.
Okay,
so I don't
fine,
think there is a
you're not
microphone
gonna do
setting.
it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way?
You made me go left.
Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Nope.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left. Stanley?
Stanley seems to be stuck.
Everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
It's not the end. This is just one ending.
Are you listening?
There's a lot more endings.
Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand?
But Stanley doesn't make a decision without you, the player.
You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Stanley can't make a choice. I wonder if that will actually...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
All
he
right.
had simply missed a memo.
Oh, there's another one. I think every time we get an ending, we could input something in here. So we just need to do, like, I think 2 more endings or something for that one. Ooh, new content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
We're branching off from the original Stanley Parable now at this point. We are branching off. Okay, I'm down. I'm down for it. It's branching off from the original Stanley Parable now. We have new content.
Hello, and thank you for playing The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, The Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
And it was such a great game.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Are we just like on a behind the scenes
Stanley
tour or
Parable
something?
Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
So I'm
Please
guessing this is...
step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Oh, I am too. I am too. I am kind of quite curious about this.
Okay, so far it's an elevator.
This is new.
Nothing
This is
special,
new.
But I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
A mesmerizing adventure of not listening to the narrator. This elevator's not going anywhere.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or
Oh.
There we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I'm quite curious, actually.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
The jump
All right.
circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
We have the jump button now. Jumping. Wait, so is this the only place we could jump? Oh my god, this is the only place we could jump in the entire game. Hey! Aww. I just spent all of my jumps. Well, I hope we don't need any more jumps.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I sure hope that wasn't all of our jumps, and I hope I didn't just screw us over.
Initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new
It's
content?
exciting enough for me.
If it's new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Thank you.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy deal.
Well, I mean,
And
it is
get
technically a
started with the
remastered of the
craftsmanship
original,
that's
let's
come
be
into it.
honest.
I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, test
Wait, I need to see it. I need to see it. I need to see it.
Quality assurance department signed off on this. I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to follow these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stan. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Oh,
What
man.
do you say, friend?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of liking the new content already. Oh. Well, that's new. That's very new. Huh. Huh.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
I'm going this way. Screw your vent. I'm going this way.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so
Wow.
who cares?
Rude. Fine, I'll see your damn surprise.
Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Okay, you know what? Screw you. Okay, I'll be honest. I kind of want to see it. I kind of want to see it. You got me, narrator. You got me. I want to see it.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What the heck? What in the what?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
I'm kind of curious. Can I venture out into the world I can't venture out into the world. The memory zone. Is this the new behind the scenes area?
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh my god, they even took a screenshot of the Stanley Parable Steam page. The original Oh man. Why is there a dollar bill here? Oh, the original demo? Oh, the original achievements. I remember this one fondly. Kevin, thank you for the like, man. What is this? Has the Stanley Parable been nominated for? Oh, it's the new video game releasing today. Creators surprisingly down to earth. Colleges show uneven effort to enroll. What? Business leaders pushing election of council allies. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Are these legit, like, newspaper clippings? I don't think these are legitimate newspaper clippings. Ah. What in the hell? I really hope that's not copyright.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
It really was.
It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona.
Shout out to Skyrim and Persona Drig, alright?
It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
I mean, there's lots of content right here, right now. These were all screenshots from the original. Oh, there's the Minecraft level. Too bad they replaced the Minecraft level with Firewatch. Oh, the original buttons.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
And everybody wanted a sequel.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down
Oh
here.
boy.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh boy. Here we go, the Steam reviews.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, this ought to be interesting. Can't even read it, it's too blurry. Hey, look, there's a good review right there.
Okay, let's see what this one says. Well, the idea for the game is good. For someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these...
I kind of want to take a look at the Steam reviews now.
Isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
But these are like really old Steam reviews, though. Like, I'm pretty sure like a bunch of shit has changed since then. I kind of want to take a look at it. Hang on. Let me see if I could pull up the original Stanley Parable Steam store. See if we can pull up the original one. Can we pull up the original? We can pull up the original one. I want to see the reviews. I mean, more recently, it's all been positive reviews, absolutely. But if we were to go all the way to like 2016, it might be, it might not be good. Negative reviews. These are all, well, no, these are all recent though. It looks like people are complaining mostly about crashes to the original Stanley Parable. I mean, to be fair, the original Stanley Parable was built on the Source engine. It released, like, what, 10 years ago? So you try to use a computer today to play a game from 10 years ago, it might have some compatibility issues and stuff. Because I think it was like, what, Windows XP back then or something? No, not Windows XP. Although I think most people were probably still using Windows XP back then.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Ah, these
A
people,
skip button.
they don't appreciate narrative games.
If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's
What
always
is
been my
this?
motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
I don't want a skip button. They gave us a skip button.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered.
I don't want a skip
no more
button.
listening to me rambling on and on and on. No,
The narration's the best
Stanley
part in this
Parable
game.
is a game for the people.
The narration is the best part in this game.
That's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up.
I don't want to.
We'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably...
I'm just gonna let him keep talking.
Time, at which time, everything...
We're just gonna let him keep talking.
So, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much, and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday.
I'm just gonna keep walking in circles.
And never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story, and the choices, or what have you.
I wonder how long this is gonna go for.
So on and so forth.
I'm just gonna sit in this corner.
We all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't.
Oh, he's
just
looping.
Yet. No,
He's looping.
240.
He's looping.
But the logic of elimination working.
It's
backwards,
looping.
The deduction therefore becomes
right.
impossible. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes
I mean, you were
and lengthy
looping.
ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
I just keep sparing these.
Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time.
Keep having more time. Or is that excessive beeping? Whatever.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny.
Hey, he's
It was meant
back.
to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said,
Just gonna keep skipping them. It's fine. But the plant is dead.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Wonder how long this goes for. Oh, the leak is getting, Oh, is this room gonna flood with water? Oh. How long has it been since we started hitting the skip button, anyway? Wonder if we could get out. Let's see. Hey, cool. Thank you for the follow. Oh, you can't get out here. All right. Well, just have to skip, dude. Just keep hitting the skip button. Skip. What is this? Nothing really changes about this room except, you know, this corner getting more and more screwed. Yeah, it's such a good game. I mean, the narrative is great. Okay. Got plants now. I'm really enjoying the new content in the remastered version of Stanley Parable. It's got its charm, much like the original, and like how. Is it the end of the world yet? Oh, hey! Oh, my skip button is broken. Where is it? Can I still use it? No? Okay, well, I guess we're going this way. Oh, so bright. Oh, it is it's the end of the world. You hadn't seen the narrator in a while. I guess I'm just gonna go this way. This is new. This is really new. Kinda wish I could sprint though. I want to sprint, but I can't sprint. Oh. Okay, just like I think that was the new content ending. All right. What ending should we go for next? Hang on, where's the screen with the input? That was another ending, so that should be another input right there. We should be able to, if I can find it. Nope. Nope. There's the screen with the inputs thingy.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Or maybe it doesn't trigger on that ending. Alright. Well, let's, how many more endings should we go for? There's a lot more. Oh my god. The new content room has even more stuff now. They even lit it up with a neon sign. Okay, you know what? I'm going through it again.
You noticed my sign?
Yes, we did.
I have something very exciting to show you.
Alright, so what is it, narrator? What we got this time? A lot more new content. New content. I'm very curious about this new content. So far, it looks the same as,
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out.
This Ultra Deluxe version is turning out great so far with all these new content, these new endings and stuff.
Live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one
What the
step
heck did you just do?
further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
I mean, aren't we technically playing the Stanley Parable 2, technically speaking? Oh, no.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Yeah, this really is what fans have been truly asking for. But the Ultra Deluxe version, let me tell you, man, the Ultra Deluxe version, this current version they release is fantastic, though. Like, everybody thought it was just gonna be a remastered version of the original one. Man, it is not a remaster. They are definitely blowing our minds with all this new stuff. Oh man, Investor Showcase.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
You gotta give it to the devs, man. They're definitely surprising us with this game. Because everybody thought it was just gonna be an HD remaster of the original Stanley Parable. It is definitely not. Oh man.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing.
Ooh, please do.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around.
Who took the
It
red
all
marker?
works itself
Me.
out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2. Okay. The prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the sequel to the Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the sequel to the Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the sequel to I really like what they did with the Ultra Deluxe version. They basically gave us a remastered version and a sequel on top of it. New features. Oh. they made an expo. Okay.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The Stanley Parable 2. That's what this game should have been. Alright. Well, let's see. What do we want to... You know what? Let's go this way. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in game. I'm curious. I'm down for it. Let's see.
Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
And we tried the button. I want to try the button. Please let me try the button. There's the button right there. I need to poke around first. I'm pretty sure this button is not gonna say the name of the player playing the game. Which in our case would be Axac. There is no way that this game is smart enough to do that. It's probably gonna be something ridiculous. Just watch.
Jim. I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim and really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Is there anybody named Jim in chat?
Jim. Sleeping and waking as Jim. Falling in... Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished saying the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button.
I just want to press buttons.
It's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get up. I'm
like...
done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
I just want to press buttons.
Jim. See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no.
Well, it's a button that says Jim, and I want to press it.
Even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Hey, don't take the Jim button away.
Jim.
No! I want the Jim button! Give me back the Jim button! Well, so much for that. I guess we're not getting a Jim button for the Stanley Parable 2. Alright. Next new feature.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Yeah, what? They changed it. Oh, please, no screenshots. What happens if I press the screenshot button right here, right now? I need to try it. So the game doesn't detect if you're taking a screenshot or not, huh? The baby's on ground. That's a shame that the game doesn't detect that you're taking a screenshot. That would have been hilarious if they coded that in. The jump circle. Ooh, what is that? There's a door over here. I want to see what's in here. Epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
An epilogue. Settings World Champion. Infinite Hole and free achievement. 3 new and easy achievements! Get it here! Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right now.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
How many times can I click this? Hey, Emil, what's going on? No? Okay. I want that achievement, though. I guess this doesn't do anything. It was just a tease. That's a shame. Okay. If it's just a tease.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Ah, the jump circle. But we don't have any more jumps left.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps
Yes, we did.
The jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
That's kind of what it is right now. Because I've used up all the jumps already. Ooh, what is this? Expo Hall 2 Guide. Jump circle this map. Free achievement. The button that says the name of the witch is now the button that says Jim. Merch. Settings World Champion. The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. Office decorations. Epilogue collectibles. Infinite Hole and the exit. We are here. It's nice of them to give us a map. I want to see the reassurance bucket. Can I go through this door? No. Oh, hey, there's the Merc booth. Office decorations.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday.
Get well someday.
Sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday. It is.
That is not what I picked.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Who's not listening to the instructions now, narrator? Okay. See, that way is to the infinite hole. What's this way? Settings World Champion. Let's take a look at what this is. It doesn't open. Might be something I need to do to open it. Unless I'm supposed to change my settings, maybe? Can I get some merch, please? A reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical. that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who...
Where's the
played
bucket?
it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution
Where's the
to this
bucket?
fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Oh,
You
it's
see,
being lowered
Stanley,
from the
every
sky
time
right
you're
now.
Holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even
And I
come to
steal the
long
bucket.
for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable.
And I
Can you
steal the
imagine
bucket.
what a pain in the ass that would be?
I want to steal the
The
bucket.
bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Yes.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Bucket.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the
Can I throw the
Stanley
bucket? I
Parable
can't throw the
2.
bucket. You're taking a bucket with me. This is my bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
It's such a great bucket. Collectibles.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly
can't see
innovative
shit.
is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk towards it. Also, what happened to my bucket? Do I still have it? I still have the bucket. Okay. That's just creepy. Hey! I wonder if there's more. Nope. Won't let me go back. Alright.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I wonder if there is actually 5 more. There probably isn't. It's probably there to troll us. Anyway, the only exhibit we haven't seen yet. Wait, I don't think I've been on that side yet. What is this side? Oh, that's the exit. Nope. Okay, the only exhibit we haven't seen yet is the Infinite Hole. Let's take a look at the Infinite Hole. Is it really a infinite hole? Oh. Can I drop the bucket in the infinite hole? That's what I want to know.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Geronimo! Is it really infinite?
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I don't want to. I'm just gonna keep falling.
Now, I don't mean to be a bum,
We're gonna keep
but I
falling.
do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the
No, I don't think I will.
Do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum.
Yeah, I think I'll do it later. I mean, we have all the time in the world.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
What do you mean?
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want
Yeah,
anyone to
very
say
deep.
that it isn't an
I mean,
astonishingly
it's
deep
almost
hole. It is.
infinite.
Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Ooh.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
Hey,
You
I
found
was
me
promised an
outstanding.
infinite
I'm a
hole.
liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall
Hey,
infinitely? I
Listen,
figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
you promised me an infinite hole. This is not infinite.
It's got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
It's barely infinite.
Then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I'm just gonna sit down here. Screw you. I wanted an infinite hole you didn't deliver. I'm just gonna sit down here with the reassurance bucket. There's a lot of cigarette butts down here. Couple of memos. What's this say? So, is the narrator gonna say anything? Do I have to sit down here forever? No? Fine, we'll teleport back
Great.
up.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Geronimo!
Oh, for heaven's I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no.
We absolutely needed to jump into it.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you
Oh,
this time?
yep, it
I couldn't help but
does.
feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite.
The hole is getting
once
shorter.
Again, there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
All
Had
right.
enough? I'm positively thrilled.
Geronimo!
I really do. Gosh, how could I have guessed? We're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
Oh,
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
yeah.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this?
He's still jumping into
I know
it.
you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just
We're
a
trapped in the
moment
hole.
ago. Try again.
Yep, we're trapped in the
Still
hole.
nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out.
Goodbye, Stanley.
Oi!
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
Get back!
Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Aw. And they disabled the jump button, too. I guess something like this, we might have to manually reset. Wait. 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 Oh. Oh. We can't even use the bucket to get out. Oh. Oh. Where's this taking me? I have to change your perspective. I'm curious. Oh, what the hell? You be with your hole, Stanley. You be with your hole and your bucket. What? H-time your reality? Change your reality. What the hell is going on? Oh, because I didn't want to get out of the hole. Change yourself. What? What in the hell? What in the hell? Jesus. What's going on? How long does this go on for? Yeah. Hey, we got buff Stanley.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley?
Oh,
Oh, good,
hey.
you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off.
Aw, it was a dream?
Away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley.
No, I want to be with my hole.
Fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment.
I want to be with my hole.
But if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole. From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Oh, you're really gonna leave again? Okay. What else is gonna happen next? Oh. No? Oh, was that an ending? Is it gonna send us back to the beginning? Oh, no. What the hell? Hey, we still have our bucket, though.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Yes, the button that says gym. Can I go back to the infinite hole? We're going back to the hole. We're going back to the hole, boys. Back to the hole. Oh, no, it's locked. No! I want to be with the hole. Oh, you know what? We still have the infinite bucket. It's fine. Well, reassurance bucket. I'm taking this bucket with me. Yeah, well, we basically saw everything in the expo hall here. Nothing really left to do except the, well, no, I guess we didn't really see the settings world champion thing, right? I have no idea how to access that room. Settings world champion. I feel like it has something to do with, like, changing the settings in the game, but I'm not entirely sure. This is the only room I haven't been in yet. Alright, let's try it. Settings! No? How many settings do you want me to switch? I think there's a achievement for actually adjusting all the settings or something. I'm not touching that. No? There is an achievement for adjusting all the settings, right? Hang on, let me see. Commitments. Play Stanley Parable for the duration of a Tuesday. That's never gonna happen. Settings World Champion. Set all the setting sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. Alright, let's see. Maybe I have to do it one at a time? I don't know, it hasn't given me that achievement yet. Unless it also includes all these other settings as well.
The store.
I'm just here trying to figure out how to get this achievement right now. No? Do I have to do it one at a time? Let me see. Settings World Champion. Set all settings sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. I mean, we kinda did, didn't we? Unless it's telling me to do it one at a time. Oh god, if it's telling me to do it one at a time, that's gonna be a while. Maybe instead of sliding it, we'll click through it? Like one at a time, maybe? This is gonna be very tedious. Very tedious. Alright. This is tedious. It's very tedious. Like, I'm assuming maybe I have to just do it like...
This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I wonder if there's anything special if I just mute the narrator. Oh, so tedious. Why are we doing this off for an achievement? Just to take a look at what it's in this room. It's tedious. Alright, videos. It's full screen, VFA, fly. I mean, these technically aren't sliders. Yep, not else there. Still no achievement. And we muted the narrator.
This
I want to figure out how to get in that room. I really do. I mean, we've set all the we've set all the settings sliders already everywhere. It didn't give me anything. Might have to look that up. Let's just go for a different ending for now. The exit seems to be blocked. Wait, what is this? Oh, nope, exit is this way. Okay.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Not
Ready to
really.
move on now?
What is this? No screenshots in the...
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
I mean, I kind of wish I could access the World Settings Champion room.
These features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
Yes,
There's
with a
definitely
button named
good
Jim,
game
a
in
hole
there
that's not
somewhere.
really
So,
infinite.
let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay.
This is gonna be terrible.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
What the fuck?
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley?
You put the jump circle
This isn't
around
a
the infinite
coherent
holes.
video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
I mean, that's kind of what you're doing already.
With respect, with care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
What the hell? What? What? Click to skip. What? They added the skip button.
Stanley worked for a
Oh,
company
then there are
in
balloons as well.
where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427
And
he
push
pushed
keyboard.
buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
Okay, wait.
telling
So, we could definitely skip.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing
I
this
mean,
for
we've
the
technically
achievement?
already done it, but
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth?
yes.
No.
I mean,
can't
technically
just
we
give
already
you
have the
an answer
achievement,
for
but
something
you know what?
A measly 5
Let's do it
clicks.
again.
Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I hate your balloons. Alright. What in the hell is this? Hey, dear E-shirts. Like,
Stanley picked up the bucket.
my bucket. It's my bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh, no, I go to the door on my right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
Absolutely.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to
A
be.
very insightful bucket. We just sit here. Let's wait for the narrator's dialogue.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure.
Very grand adventure.
Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right. Then walking to the lounge.
It's like the
then
companion
arriving at
cube,
the lounge. What
but it's a
thrilling
bucket.
journey the bucket had inspired. Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home.
Indeed.
Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
Indeed. Such a great bucket.
Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge. Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection.
The change in dialogue is... Alright, let's go.
Finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
The bucket goes this way.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious
Okay,
fact.
but what if
He was
we
firmly
ignored the
convinced
bucket?
that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Not really. I jumped off. That's definitely not what the fuck you asked for. But that's fine. I'm gonna go this way. How much can we break this game right now?
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
Aww.
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring
Aww.
Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Ah, right. All right. Is this a bucket?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a hologram of
Oh.
a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Rude. You got me there. You got me there, narrator.
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
This narrator, man. This narrator.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket.
You thought I was gonna hit no again? You thought I wasn't gonna hit no again?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Absolutely.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor.
No, it's a bucket.
It's an enormous machine that
No,
tills
that's
the
a bucket.
earth. I thought this
That
was
is a bucket.
How on earth did you manage to screw it up?
It's a bucket.
Absolutely incredible.
I don't care what you say, narrator. That's a bucket.
Move on to the next one.
That's a bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Correct.
Wait, what?
This is a bucket.
What?
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Nope.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
I'm just...
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
I'm confused myself.
All sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Absolutely.
Stanley, I can't believe this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that.
Oi,
I'm
oi,
sorry.
do not take this
I'm
bucket
going to
away
erase
from me.
all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go. What happened? Is everything gone?
Everything was
Everything
bucket.
disappeared. Wait, was everything a bucket?
Yep.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets. Okay?
Yes.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
It's a
Who
bucket.
knows what that information might do to a person. All right, here we go. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket!
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I'm good. I'm still going, right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
I want to see if I
No,
can take the
said
bucket
the
through
bucket.
this.
Don't go to the meeting room.
I wanna
Go
see.
somewhere else. The cargo lift. Yeah, good,
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Wait for it.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't
I
talk.
want to see what happens
But
if we go
Stanley
this
chose
way
not
again.
to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop.
Damn it!
There on the wall, you see? There's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that
I think it's just gonna repeat it.
bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding.
Let's just skip that part. It's fine. We don't need to sit through that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
It's
could it
going to be
mean?
the same thing. It's not
Stanley
worth sitting through
decided
it.
to go to the meeting room.
Okay.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
You know what? Let's go
Stanley
left this
clutched
time.
the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Hello.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this string of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply
What?
you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay in.
My bucket.
Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
My bucket. I'ma sit here in the broom closet with my bucket.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate. No more
Hang on,
discussion.
I'm blocking it. I'm
Take
blocking
our
it. Hang on.
high-flown closet with all
They
the
slapped the
meandering
property of
philosophical
Stanley's sticker on
diatribes
it.
about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Okay. Property of Stanley. Yeah, see, it's my bucket. My bucket.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
See, everything is a
Remember,
bucket.
If you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket.
It's my
There's
bucket.
a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
My bucket. Just
You know
sit
what?
here.
I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Could just sit around here for a few more minutes. Bucket. I held the bucket. Wait. We just gotta wait. Wait. I remember this ending being a lot longer. Oh no, that was new dialogue. Alright.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness,
It's
Stanley.
worth it.
God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
We're all crazy
He
here.
looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from
We
this. Who
chucked
knows
the
what
bucket.
sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them
So
were his
many buckets.
special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Okay. But the bucket! Did we get the
This
bucket,
is the
though?
story of a woman named
What?
Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken
I know,
his
right?
bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Bucket. All hail the bucket. Oh. Phone is ringing this time.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages.
What?
At any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Okay. Wait, why is 427 still open? Huh. Usually that door would be closed by now. Plus, I just noticed we don't have the narrator anymore.
When Stanley came
Oh,
to
nope,
a set
never
of
mind.
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm going back to the broom closet. Trust the completionist instinct. There will be a reward for finding out what the What?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nah, I'm just sitting in the broom closet. The broom closet ending in the original Stanley Parable was the best ending ever.
To make,
It was my
path to
favorite
follow,
ending, you could
just
say.
an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I'm still gonna be right here in the broom closet. Because it's the best ending ever.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Good old broom closet. Just gonna sit here for a few.
Are you really still in the broom
Yes,
closet?
yes, we're still in the broom
Standing
closet.
around doing nothing? Why?
Because it's the
Please
broom
offer me
closet.
Some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
It's the broom closet ending.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. but it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Oh,
I never would have thought to mention it.
I mean, this broom closet is very significant. Very, very significant.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh,
did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite!"
Great. I hope your friends find this concerning.
Original ending for the Stanley Parable.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Ah, second player, it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
All right.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We want to go down or up? Yeah, screw it. We'll go up. We'll go up this time. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money, Chris. Oh, hey, no one.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands?
See, now I really want to find all 6 of them.
What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Kind of want to find all of them now, to be honest. All right. Yep. Forget seeing the boss. We're just gonna, take the elevator up to the roof, maybe. We just came from here. Yep. Come on. Come on. Open up. Doesn't seem to be anything happening here. Okay, yeah, I think this elevator might be bust.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Let's pretend we don't notice.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
What if we input it wrong?
2845. Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
Oh.
And Stanley got the hell along with the story.
Narrator's like, fuck this shit. Yoink.
I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What
Should have
is
gone
this
with
name?
Figlies.
What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Should have gone with Figlies. You should have just gone with Figlies. Figlies sounds great.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Imagine we just go up and down on this elevator.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Mm-hmm. Better thing. Send me back to the elevator.
Incredible.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again.
Yes,
Ladies
we
and
are.
Gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
And then we're gonna go back up. And back up we go.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back.
We're gonna play with the elevator.
I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Back to the boss's office.
Oh my god. It's the boss's
The
office.
suspense trumpets.
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
What the hell? The narrator's pissed off at me now. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Narrator's like, what the hell is even going on?
All right, I have fully come to terms with it.
Have you?
I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
We go back down the elevator.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory
I know.
Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
And then we're gonna go back up. And back up we go.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment.
Hey,
Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the
I know.
agony of waiting and anticipating...
let's guess. Let's
and
guess
having
what's
to
at the
guess,
top of the
that's
elevator.
real thrill.
Is it the boss's
Oh,
office?
it's never going to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we
Okay.
go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know,
The
Stanley,
suspense.
it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling,
The
Stanley.
suspense.
What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think.
Yeah.
I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not
Just
afraid
bring me
to
the boss's
step
office
in the
already.
face of
Bring me the
tradition.
boss's
You're a
office.
role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why
Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference
Oh,
so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley.
I can't
don't
wait.
know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
but this is new.
Okay,
No.
the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Alright, let's see here. Live on stage, it's Stanley. All eyes on Stanley.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
What if I want to go through this door? Ah, it's locked. Can I go back? Nope, no going back. I want to go back down. Ah! It's fine. Alright. Do we really want to go through that door, though? I mean, door seems kind of boring. Seems kind of lame. I feel like this door would be better. Making me go through this door.
All right, are you ready?
Welcome,
I've told them
Stanley,
you're going to
Stanley
speak a little
Ryder.
bit about the nature of
Almonds,
surprise
chair,
and
gum,
storytelling,
table, nut
and
bar.
what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
Right. Can I exit? Ah. That's a shame. No exit. Alright. Thank you! Thank you, everybody! Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, the reinsurance bucket is here again.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Welcome to the whiteboard ending.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Door on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
No. I'm going down.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What in the world?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line.
Yeah, we still haven't found the Adventure Line
Because
one yet.
That's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
The bucket is
I know
great!
I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line?
I do want to
We
find
could
the
make
Adventure Line.
Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Another... Or we can just go in the broom closet again. The broom closet. Alright, I guess we're following the Adventure Line.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Yeah!
Now this is what the Stanley
Oh, hey,
Parable is all
don't
about.
cut the music
Don't
off.
you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
I refuse! I refuse to give up my bucket!
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No! 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 Not the
I
Bucket
think it'll make a
Destroyer!
wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
You're not
Surely
taking
you don't
my
need me to
bucket!
Spell it out for you.
You're not taking my
Go
bucket!
ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Never! I'll save the bucket! I'll save
Now
the
listen to
bucket!
me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
No!
I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like
I refuse
10
to give up my
personality
bucket!
traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this.
I refuse to give up the bucket!
Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it.
I
We can't get back to the
refuse!
classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket.
Never!
Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans.
Never!
Stanley. Give the
My
fans what they
bucket!
want.
My
Hurry.
bucket! It's my bucket!
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spell-binding stories about you. All of it squandered now.
All for a
Bye,
bucket.
new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
I did it for a bucket! Oh, man.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The bucket is still here.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
Yes. All hail the bucket. Bucket!
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah, sure, we'll go this way, this way. We'll follow it this time, why not? With the bucket.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Give me a sticker, I'm not leaving this broom closet. You take the bucket into the broom closet because it's bucket broom closet. Alright, fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Bucket.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Bucket!
Now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. "2845.
No?
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
Yep.
And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
I wonder what happens if I take the elevator up and down. Like, can we get the bucket?
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Bucket.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
And back up.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Bucket. Bucket, bucket, bucket.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley. After taking some time to show the bucket around the boss's office, Stanley at last went to the keypad, where he began eagerly pressing the number 3 again and again.
Gotta love it. All right.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Let's keep hitting the number 3. And we back up again.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
Bucket! We're gonna go hit number 3 again.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a
What if I
beloved
hit
instrument,
2?
weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and
What if
hopes
I hit
and
2?
fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Yep, alright. Back to the elevator, back down we go. And then back up we go. Down and up.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly
Down,
could the bucket
up,
knock
down,
him with this
up.
passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Bucket! And back up we go. Up, down, up, down.
Ah, said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
Yes, the bucket.
For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Or the bucket. Oh, God.
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Or the bucket.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Bucket. Good old bucket. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed. We're gonna take a quick breather here. I'll be back in a few hours with more Stanley Parable, because this game, man, I really miss this game. You know, I was really expecting it to be just a remaster. I wasn't expecting it to be a legitimate like remaster / sequel. So bravo to the devs. You guys really got it. You guys still got it. You guys still got it. But yeah, we'll be back in a couple of hours for more Stanley Parable. Stay tuned. I'm taking a quick break for now. Live stream. 3 different platforms. Pick whichever platform works the best for you. That is not the right button I wanted to press. I meant to go here. Live stream. 3 different platforms. Pick whichever one you want, etc., etc. And we'll be back in a couple of hours with more Stanley Parable. Until then, tune in later, guys.